I'm Kyle Sullerud, and this is the truth about competitor retargeting.
Hey, yo, Kyle. Yo, this is your man, Flavor Flav. Hey, yo, I want you to speak the truth, you know what I'm saying? For real, G, and I know that you do speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear it, and the whole world wants to hear it. All right, Kyle? So, yo, speak the truth, G.
What is competitor retargeting? Well, it's nothing really. It's not possible. It's this idea that you can target your ads to people who have been to your competitors' websites. But unless you have your own tracking code on one of your competitors' websites, this is impossible. But I've had enough people ask me about this that I felt this video was necessary. So hopefully I can clear up where this idea came from and what the truth really is. The sad fact is, some marketing agencies are actually selling this. From what I can tell, it's mostly being sold by companies who don't fully understand it themselves. One example was from a local newspaper who was selling competitor retargeting, but they weren't actually running the ads internally. They outsourced their online marketing to a third-party company, and that company may have even outsourced it a step further to someone who was actually running the campaigns. So what we probably have here is a game of telephone. You know that game where you whisper in someone's ear and then it goes on down the line, and by the time you get to the end of the line, the original message is completely distorted? I think that might be what's happening. So by the time a salesman is talking about competitor retargeting, he doesn't really know what he's talking about, and he thinks it's something that's actually possible. Now let's see where this idea came from. Google has a targeting feature called Custom Affinity Audiences. Now let's look inside the Google Ads dashboard and we'll see what Google has to say about this. With Custom Affinity Audiences, you can enter website addresses, URLs, that your ideal customer might visit. Google Ads uses this information to reach people who browse content with similar themes to the URLs you enter. Note, this doesn't mean your ads will show on those URLs. So Google's not saying anything here about showing your ads to people who have been to those websites. They're just going to show your ads to people who are similar to the people who have been to those websites. Let's go a little deeper and see what these lists of people actually look like. So for this example, I'm using my own website as the URL that I'm entering. So adleg.com. And then you can see that Google is creating a list of topics based on the content of my website. So they have search engine optimization and marketing, advertising and marketing, business and productivity software. So you can see they've done a pretty good job of analyzing my website and listing the topics that are prevalent on my website. And what they do from there is create an audience of people who are interested in these same topics. But take a look at the size of this audience. These are the number of weekly impressions that Google says I can get from this list. 1 billion to 5 billion impressions. This is just too broad, okay? If you want to target a list of my customers, of people who come to my website, it's going to be a lot smaller than this. You'd never be able to get 1 billion impressions a week out of the people who are coming to my website. So what I've found is that these audiences Google is building based off of the URLs that you're entering are just too broad. They're not specific enough. Google probably has the technology to make these audiences a lot more specific, but that's not what's happening in this case. They're targeting far too broadly. So the bottom line here is that competitor targeting is simply not possible. At best, you can target an audience of people with similar interests to those of a competitor, but this is not as effective as other types of targeting. To learn more about targeting in Google Ads, including the most effective targeting options available, check out my advanced Google Ads training. I go deep into audience targeting and interest targeting and other types of targeting so you can see what works and what doesn't. I'll put a link to that training in the description, and I'll see you around.